Everybody, how's it going? Mark here, Backcountry Pipe. Last day of deer season, and enjoying a Tuscanello Rosa Cafe, one of the ones I bought down in Boston. I'm not overly a big flavored cigar person, but these are pretty good, and they've just been sitting in my truck since August. A little 5-pack. So I decided I'd have one here in the last bit of hunting deer season. You know, it's crazy how the grouse woods turn to deer woods, and then everything freezes up. We get snow, and you can, everything changes. -7 here now. Bit of an odd day. I met my hunting partner here, my hunting buddy, and we get our hunting blinds all taken down and chairs out and everything done. So we did that this morning. Met him here this morning. Chain of events kind of changed the start of the day. Left this morning early, and on the way here, everything was kind of pretty slick and snow covered. Came across an old couple on the side of the road, so I stopped to see if everything was all right, and they pointed down over the ditch, over the bank, and there was a car upside down. They said it just happened in front of them, and they were old. They couldn't get down to see. I asked if someone was still there. They said yes. They don't know who was in the car. So I had my hunting gear on. I had my boots because it was a bit of a wet, boggy down over the ditch, and the car was upside down and all smashed up. So I managed to, I put my boots on quick and down over the bank, and there was a young girl in there, probably in her 20s, and she was talking, and she was shaken up and cut a little bit, but other than that she was okay, but she couldn't get her doors open. And anyway, long story short, I managed to get her door pried open and got it open enough to get in, put my coat down because there was glass and everything there in the airbags, and got her out. And meanwhile, the people on the road, the other older couple, got a hold of 911 and got her out. So it was kind of an odd start to the day that really stuck with me and gets you thinking. But I think she'll be okay. And then met up with my buddy here. We got our hunting blinds all done, and he's a little older, so he left just after lunch. We had a little lunch, and then he left, and I decided to walk these roads. So I went down one other road with the grouse gun in case there was any rabbits or partridge around, but didn't see anything. But it's just so nice walking with everything kind of white in the woods. And now I'm out with a very special gun. This is my father's rifle, model Savage 99E. And as growing up as a kid, this is what I remember on the gun rack in his den on the wall, and especially this triangle checker plating and the checker plating back here. Always remember just staring at this gun. Was never allowed to touch it. My dad's been gone now 20 years in October, and I'm 44. He passed away during a hunting accident. Well, I guess heart attack during a moose hunt. But that's not neither here nor there. But so I always take his rifle out on his birthday, November 19th, for a deer hunt. If I'm hunting that day, I take the rifle. And just the last day we have our deer, I didn't really care so much. I just want to be out in the woods. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it out today just for a walk. And after I got back here the past hour, I've been just walking this woods road here. Kind of growing up, just taking my time. The sun's going down on this hunting season, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a Tuscanello. It's been a while, and make a video because I don't know. It's been a good hunting season. Like I said, I don't really care if I see a deer. We have meat in the freezer. I was fortunate enough, I got that 160-pound 8-point buck. My hunting partner there, my buddy, he got 190-pound 10-pointer, and the freezer's full, so I didn't really care if I see anything or not, just being outside. But when I was walking down the other road, and I was just thinking how a couple months ago was season just opened and the leaves were changing colors and everything's so pretty. There's one big oak tree, and I was just walking along. There's no wind, and I just heard this rattle and rumble, and I looked up, and there's this big oak, and the leaves were they're all brown and hard, and they were just dancing. And this big oak trees full leaves, the only tree around with leaves. And I just smiled to myself and had a little chuckle and laughed and was like, wow, isn't that cool? It's so desolate here. There's not a leaf on a tree anywhere but this big old oak, which is still holding on to its leaves. And it just made me smile and made me feel good. And it got me thinking about, this area I've been going around for so long, as you've seen from my other videos. I'm 44. And I don't know if I'm starting to understand time or appreciate time. I came across it, the woods are so different with the snow, so you can kind of cut into some of these old spots and old farms I went to, kind of that are growing up and not really worried about too much of getting off track. And you see the old tree stands, or you have memories of this old apple tree that's dead and it's just a big old tree now. And I really started thinking about how time is going. I mean, this whole area, who knows how long more before there could be houses in here, rows, you don't know. Time changes so much. But with this time in my life and age, and maybe it's just because of the events this morning, I'm really starting to think that I understand time. Or maybe I don't understand it, but I appreciate it. How things changes with time. And I always had a hard time with it. And then you stop and look back and think, well, that's not that long ago, but really it was. I just, maybe I just appreciate time. Excuse me, kind of burning on an angle. And certainly just thinking time, whether it be the season with that big oak tree, the only one with the leaves on it, making the only sound in the woods, or the way that farm fields turn back to the wilderness. The last day of deer season, my hunting buddy, he's 67, was my dad's best friend, and I don't take it for granted, whether it be me or him, that you hope that there's going to be another year, but you're never guaranteed. And I guess it's all part of growing up, but change is hard to accept. But with time comes change, and just really just kind of hit me that I think I'm starting to accept it, maybe more than understanding it. I don't know, maybe we all understand. But it's certainly precious, and sometimes you accept the change, and change brings better things and different experiences, and it's all good. It's all relative, I guess, to your lifespan and everything like that. But I think I'm starting to appreciate it. Appreciate the changes, accepting the changes, trying to roll with them, which is not an easy thing to do. I'm guilty at failing to accept change. But anyway, I'm going to just puff on this Tuscanello, walk with this Savage 99E back to the truck. Probably got about a 10-minute walk, and put the rifles away for the year, and I get home. That's the end of a chapter. So thanks for listening to me ramble. Maybe the woods just brings that out in you. I don't know, but enjoy the cigar. These Tuscanello Macchiato or Rosa Cafe are pretty good. See you on the next one. Thanks.